Hi and welcome back to the Cheeky Crypto Podcast. My name's Chris and it's fantastic to have you back with us for a very important podcast. And if there's one video that I would ask that you share, it is this one, because I have some really big concerns and I'm going to talk you through my concerns. You can go away, do your own research. Obviously, I am no financial advisor and this should be treated as educational purposes only and should be the mechanism for you to go away and do that research and see whether what I say resonates with you or it doesn't. Do let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments of this really important podcast. I can't stress it enough. The last time I said that it was a really important podcast was before FTX collapsed. And, I see this as a very similar video. So if you enjoy this sort of content and you want to support the channel and everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto, mash up that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tap in that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video. I would encourage everybody to share this video on all the social media platforms. I really want to help protect as many retail investors in the crypto space, a bit like what the SEC should be doing. I would rather be more upfront and transparent about how I see the market than they seem to be. Right, let's get down to the desktop. So I want to start with Binance, and there seems to be a really big agenda towards Binance right now. And I want to be really clear. I personally don't think people should be keeping their crypto on exchanges. Obviously, you can't take any advice from me because I'm not a financial advisor. But what I am saying in this video is that I am not keeping any crypto on any exchanges. Whether I believe that they're good players or bad players in this space is irrelevant. I just don't think that at the moment, with the lack of regulatory clarity on the space, it's not safe for retail to be storing their crypto on exchanges. There is a link to Ledger in the description of this video. That is who Nick and myself use. It is an affiliate link, so we do get a kickback just for transparency. But that is not why I'm highlighting it. I'm highlighting it because of some real concerns that I have when it comes to the future regulation and what America is looking to do, and this agenda around Binance, all in my opinion because FTX collapsed and poster boy Sam, the US golden boy in at many different levels, be it government, be it with the regulators. He's the golden boy that could do no wrong but was a fraudster, and I don't think that there will be any I guess punishment for this guy, and I don't think that there will be I guess any jail time or anything like that. I've just got this really bad feeling that there's certain people that just want to take down Binance just because it appears that he highlighted the fact with everything that was going on with FTX, and I think that's very wrong. Obviously, this is just my opinion. We'll see how it all plays out. Initially, I said I didn't think that he'd make it to the courtroom. And something like Epstein would have happened, but I was wrong about that. He seems to be there and surviving. Maybe it's more a case of his friends are going to get him off, but it's just my opinion. Now, exclusive, and we're going to look at what angles these players are looking at. So crypto giant Binance moved $400 million from US partner to firm management by 𝗖𝗢𝗠𝗪𝗔𝗐, right? And basically what they're saying here is Binance moved a large sum of US partner to trading firm Merit Peak Bank Records, I guess is what they're referring at. Merit Peak document named Binance CEO 𝗖𝗢𝗠𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘 as manager. Binance executive has access to US partners accounts at Silvergate Bank. Messages show Reuters couldn't determine whether the transfers included US customer funds. And this is the angle that they're going with. They're going with the angle that 𝗖𝗢𝗠𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘 is, commingling funds and doing what FTX founders and senior management were doing with FTX. And, I don't believe that is something that Binance would be doing and would be stupid enough to be doing after everything FTX and the fact they called it out. but you can just never tell, right? You don't know whether these are good people or bad people in the space until, you know, the dominoes fall. So, you know, I'd like to obviously, you know, be in a position where I believe, you know, 𝗖𝗎's good. And, you know, I have kind of said in the past that I don't think any of these exchanges are any better than one another. And I think they're all as bad as each other in many different ways. But then again, you can't, you know, sour everybody with the same, you know, thought process, I guess. So, yeah, look, I take this with a pinch of salt. The fact that basically you can't prove that, you know, that any of the US customer funds we you know, part of this 400 million means that it's a moot point. Come back to us when you've got some actual evidence. But this goes to demonstrate the agenda that there is mounting against, you know, Binance. And I think we should be really cautious about this because, you know, Binance have done a fantastic job holding up with withdrawals and all that sort of stuff through all the time where exchanges were going, you know, bankrupt. So, you know, we should take that into consideration. The next thing to move on is Binance banking problems highlight the divide between crypto firms and banks, with exchanges losing banking partners. Experts are beginning to warn of a wider relationship between crypto and the traditional banks. And look, we need to be really conscious of all this stuff that is happening, and you know, the banks stopping people from, you know, onboarding into crypto exchanges is a real problem, right? And I think that this is really the traditional banking system trying to lay down some authority. But what I think, you know, should happen is there should be an uprising. The banks seem to think that it's their money and they can control where it goes and where it doesn't. And I think that, you know, if people just start withdrawing their money, the banks in the traditional sense would have a real, you know, liquidity problem. And if people all went to the banks and withdrew all of their money at the same time because, you know, they couldn't put it into crypto, I think the banks would do a quick U-turn and open up those channels again. But, you know, that's just my opinion. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. You know, it's your money, not the banks. Now, the SEC are targeting crypto firms operating as qualified custodians. Now, this is what my biggest concern is right here. Are they going to determine that all exchanges, you know, are not qualified custodians, and the only people that can be custodians are the traditional banks? I think this is something that, you know, should be concerning and could potentially be what's on the horizon. So this is why I'm saying, look, you know, personally, I'm just not going to be on exchanges. I think the uncertainty around stable coins right now and everything, agenda against Binance and BUSD and Paxos and all this nonsense that seems to be happening right now, I mean, right out of the playbook of the SEC, you know, makes me a bit nervous around exchanges. Decentralized exchanges would be much better. Self-custody is much better. Like I say, you know, investing in a ledger device, you know, might be something that resonates with you. But, you know, you make that decision. You do your own research. But like, I wanted to talk about how concerned I am about this qualified custodian sort of aspect of things that the SEC are now trying to, I guess, focus on. So just be aware that over the next 3 to 6 months, they are going to be looking to really sort of come down hard on cryptocurrency. And it's all just a little bit too late, and it's very, very damaging for retail, the very people that they're supposed to be trying to protect. I'm just raising it before, you know, it becomes a real issue and retail starts to lose money. So just be aware of that. But let me know your thoughts and opinions. I'm really interested to understand those. Canada, if I can get my words out, close to tightening rules for crypto exchanges. And again, this is something that, you know, we need to be aware of. I'm going to drop this in the Discord for you to read through at your leisure. But the changes will ensure it's simply too expensive to do business in Canada, said one person's familiar with the plans. And again, this is just making it very, very difficult for people to you know, get involved in cryptocurrency. There is an agenda. The agenda for me, like, you know, the overall overarching agenda is to keep the poor poor and the rich rich. And you know, the smart money, as it's dubbed, got in too late. And what they're trying to do is crash the market right down really low so they can scoop up everybody's crypto and profit for themselves before they reopen it up to all the retail that originally got in first. So just be aware of all this stuff. It's just my opinion. Obviously, take it with a pinch of salt. Go do your own research, but it's definitely worth being aware of what's going on. So look, I'm going to leave the video there. There's a few other bits that I could have covered off, but I wanted to keep this short so it keeps people more engaged. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, mash up that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tap in that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.